Hello, I'm OT Speaks. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, share. And when I'm done with this, comment. After you're done watching, just comment. Please. Say anything. Say hello. Okay, maybe you don't have to say hello. Today I want to talk about something interesting that I saw on the Joe Rogan podcast. And I don't know the exact episode, so what I'll do is I'll find the exact episode and then I'll put it in the description. But before I do that, I want to play something from The View. And you're going to ask, well, what does that have to do? What does one have to do with the other? It'll make sense after I do this. But I want to show The View's disdain for Donald Trump. And then I want to make a different point. I do lean to the right. I say that before every live or video because I want people to know that I am not here to trick you or deceive you in any way. I want you to understand that I am not like MSNBC who just gives opinions. I'm giving you facts that allow me to form my opinion. So,
up there who's a Trump supporter, stand up and show yourself. There she is.
Don't make her feel bad.
She wants to be
I have a
seen.
question for you.
She's clapping when we're talking about Trump, and I think we appreciate that you're here.
People always ask, who is a Trump supporter? Could you explain who you are so we can understand?
When I say I want to punch him in the face, it's because what he said to a person, a bystander or somebody in one of his rallies, he wants to punch him in the face. You don't talk that way to people. What kind of person does that?
So you don't talk that way to people. What kind of person does that? And then he repeats repeatedly that he wants to punch Donald Trump in the face. All right, Robbie.
Makes fun of the physically challenged. She makes fun of people who have physical challenges.
He's done that too. He's done everything.
He trashes the military. He says that people who go to war are losers. Wake up.
He's done everything. What more do you need? It's almost like he wants to do the worst that he could possibly do to show this country to with us. His slogan should be America. I want to America.
If he becomes president again, he's never listen. He's not going to not stop being president. You understand this? Yeah. His idea is to stay in until he drops dead.
That's it. He's not even conceding it now. So imagine if he actually did win the election. Yeah. It's over.
Yeah.
If you're against.
And they call people on the right conspiracy theorists. Do you hear this stuff? Anyway, sorry.
Planned Parenthood, if you're against a woman's right to choose, if you're against health care for everyone, especially for women, if you're against all the things that women need, then how can you say you're pro-woman just because you hire people in your agency?
But I think what she's doing
that I don't really get.
Put him in the clink. Oh, why not? Put him in the clink.
I don't want this to sound like I'm doing wishful thinking.
Yes.
But which prison would be best? You know, I'm okay if he goes to Alcatraz and they reopen it. What about Guantanamo Bay?
More of people, 38%, say they trust Trump to handle threats to democracy. Better than Biden, 29%. Were these people watching TV on January, what is it, 6th?
6.
I mean, this is a depressing
I have something less depressing.
When people cannot make up their minds between somebody who wants to destroy democracy, wants to destroy this country, the Republican Party will get rid of your Social Security, all sorts of things.
Can I say
gay marriage out the window, women's rights out the window?
Trump. Yeah. He tends to just.
But can I mention one thing? Because Trump is out there calling.
Did you say his name?
I said his name.
Oh,
yeah, it was a trick and it made me do it.
So I guess she's not supposed to say his name? I don't understand that. These people literally just parrot talking points, leftist talking points. And you see these people on Facebook, you see them on Instagram, you see them on X, Twitter. I don't understand why they don't just look the stuff up that they're talking about before saying it. I would not feel comfortable coming up on here and telling people things that I just heard. I have to look it up. There are several stories that I did not cover because I wasn't sure. So what I didn't want to do is come on and say something wrong and then have to go back and correct it. So I look it up. Now, there are stories that I cover that I say, you know what, I'm not sure about this. And I did that with the Venezuela thing. But the reason I did that is because, again, I don't want to say this is what's going on and then be wrong. Not because I don't want to be wrong, because I don't want to tell you guys something wrong. I want to be somebody that you trust with information and say, okay, well, he's looked it up and I trust what he's saying, because that one time he could have told this story. He didn't. He reported it differently. Even with the assassination attempt on Trump, I would not go with the conspiracy theories. I refused because I see it as being irresponsible. Anyway, these people just go with whatever story they want to go with. But Joe Rogan pointed something out, and we kind of know this, but I still found it very interesting because everyone remembers this. This is not new news, what he's going to say, but I'm about to review him reviewing The View.
Trump, like the show. You ever seen like videos of Trump on The View with Barbara Walters back when they liked him? You ever seen that?
Yes, but I can't remember what you're referring to.
You should see it because it's bonkers. This is it. Watch this. This is bonkers. Go full screen. This is literally bonkers.
Real estate mogul and a television star. But does he really want to add president of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to. Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
My friend.
My friend. Watch this. Just watch this. This is nuts. We're in an alternative universe. Okay? Because this is not that long ago.
This is 2015.
Go standing O.
Bro, watch this. Just watch how this goes. Watch this. So she's a Republican. That's easy.
Yep.
But everybody else.
Joy
hugs.
can't wait to get a hug in.
Yeah, everyone's hugging. Look at this. Look at this. Kisses, hugs, kisses to Whoopi. Everybody hugs and kisses. Even Joy Behar hugs and kisses.
Whoopi and Joy.
See? Now watch this.
So I'm going to take you at your word that you have not decided yet when you're going to run, but you're thinking about it and you've expressed some of.
So again, this is 2015. Look at the difference between the video I just played and how they're behaving here. And you can't say, oh, well, they didn't know him. He was Barbara Walters' friend, so that's fine. But they didn't hate the guy. They didn't just start hating the guy. He didn't just become racist. He didn't just become misogynist. All the things that they call him, he had to have been those things for the last 30, 40 years in public life. But all of a sudden, there is a visceral reaction to where this woman spits now just at the accidental mention of his name.
Your views, which are controversial and in many ways, but not
to her.
Well, not to her. Okay, you're a Republican, so, but let's say that you do decide in the spring, right? And your ideas resonate so much. On the other hand, we saw Newt Gingrich apologizing for his marriages and divorces. You've had 3 marriages, 2 sort of uncomfortable divorces. Do you think
not really. They were very comfortable.
Well, we won't meet you all. Do you think
getting laughs right away?
That would bother anybody?
I think the country is doing so badly, they want somebody that's going to help it. I think the country is never been in a position like it is right now. It's being ripped off by every nation, every intelligent nation in the world, whether it's China. They're taking our jobs, they're making all our product, and then they loan us back the money, we pay them interest.
That is
whether
crazy.
it's OPEC.
That's crazy.
OPEC, which
You
is
enjoy it?
Watch this.
field day right now. How about the Arab League? They say, we want you to go in and attack Libya. These are the wealthiest countries in the world. Why aren't they paying us?
Okay,
Why
so
aren't
then they change their minds
that, but you didn't answer my question.
No, I did answer your question. I really think
it won't
people.
matter?
I think maybe 10 years ago it would have mattered. 5 years ago.
Yeah.
The fact is, I think people want somebody now that's going to protect them and protect this country, because we're not going to be a great country for long if we keep going the way we're going right now.
Has his rhetoric changed in any way from what he's saying here? Any way? Because to me, this still sounds like Donald Trump.
If you
The audience cheers.
Yeah.
When we have France leading the charge, okay, France, this is our new leader. By the way, they led for about 2 hours. After that, nobody's seen them. I don't know if you know that or not.
geographically, so they
Let me
should.
just ask a follow-up question to that.
lead is the point.
Let me just ask
instead
a
of the other way.
follow-up question to that. Let's say you run, You've given a lot of thought for this. Who would you like as your vice president? Possibly Sarah Palin?
Well, I think it's far too early even to discuss that. I'm going to make a decision sometime prior to June. I'm thinking about it very strongly. I think I'd do a really good job. I think I'd protect this country like it's not being protected. You know, it's funny. So many of the things I say, now politicians are saying, hey, that's right. Why don't we, why aren't they paying us? If you look at North Korea, South Korea, we're protecting South Korea. They're making a fortune. Let's call it hundreds of billions of dollars of profit on us. We have 25,000 soldiers over there protecting them. They don't pay us. Why are they paying us?
You'd be treating this like a business.
No, a business with heart.
Okay.
Believe me, there's a lot of heart. It's a business, but it's also a business with heart. We will destroy this country. It won't be a war. If the economics of this country keep going the way they're going, we're not going to have a country.
You're kind of a social liberal, Donald. You know, you're a social liberal. Could you actually get the base to vote for you in the primary?
Well, every poll is saying that I'm the one that does the best. They're doing polls.
They actually have you a higher approval rating than Mitt Romney, Tim Pawlenty, John Boehner. But out of those,
So let's just pause and think. Just
he's very poised. He's listening. He's
grasp
yeah.
The 180.
Yeah.
That the media has taken on him since he decided to be president.
Yeah.
When you see the machine go after a guy, we've never seen the machine go after someone as bold-faced. You know, the prosecutions, the Russiagate stuff on television every night, all of it. And then to see just a few years ago, they loved him.
Yeah.
And this is the case not just with The View, but the media, period. This is why I initially, as I was watching this in real time, I'm like, since when do they hate him? It's only when he came down that escalator. You hear people say it, and it's cliche now, but it's true. Rappers loved him. The same ones who loved him then hate him now. And, well, actually, no. They loved him then they hated him in the last election. Now a lot of them are finally coming around. But the media is way more powerful than a lot of people give them credit for, because they were able to shift these people's minds and just accept anything that they say as fact. And I would submit to you that this is happening not just with the media, but this is happening with everyone at home. You either have a strong liking for him, or you either have a hatred for him. You should listen to what he says. If you agree, agree. If you don't, you don't. I don't agree with everything Trump has done. I don't. But in my opinion, he's the strongest candidate there. So I will vote for him. In my opinion, he had the last election taken from him. So we're going to run it back, and we're going to get our candidate that we picked. That's it. That's my view on this. I just found that really, 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 really interesting. What did you think of that? What did you think of that? I just find it interesting that someone can go from kissing a man on his cheek and greeting him to hot tooing just at the thought of accidentally saying his name. And these same people, they're all for Kamala. Kamala? Anyway, comment. If you're new here, like, subscribe, share. Why wouldn't you share? I don't understand.